Hello students, welcome to today's video. This is your classroom live learning for life. My name is Jessie. Today we are going to discuss about revolution of earth. So in my previous video I have explained rotation of earth and its effects. Today's video is part 2 of that is revolution. So let us go to the video. Rotation and revolution. This rotation part I have already explained. I told you. You can search for my previous video and you can learn about rotation. So this video is only about revolution. So its definition, first we have to study the movement of earth around the sun along its orbit. That is known as revolution. And this also I have explained in the previous video, that the duration of revolution, that is 365 and 1/4 day, and how this 1/4 day is added to the month of February. This all I have explained. It causes different climates. This part we are going to explain in this video. So before that, we have to understand that the Earth's axis is inclined, or the Earth's axis is tilted to the North Pole. So that angle is 23.5 degree, and this also I have explained in the previous video. More explanation you will get there. Here I will once again I will tell how it is. See, this is the plane of ecliptic or the plane of revolution. So the Earth's axis is making an angle of 66.5 degree. Okay, and it is inclined to 23.5 degree. Okay, so this is the perpendicular to the line of plane of, this is the line of plane of evolution, this line, and it makes an angle of 23.5 degree, or it is inclined to 23.5 degree, and it makes an angle of 66.5 degree. Okay, so next here you can see the Earth's axis keeps a fixed angle with the plane of, this angle is fixed. Okay, this both angle is fixed. That means it makes an angle of 66.5 degree to the plane of Earth's orbit, and at the same time it is inclined 23.5 degree. These are both are fixed. Okay, it will never change when it revolves. Now you have to keep in mind, as I told, the Earth's axis keeps a fixed angle with the plane of ecliptic, and the axis always points the same position or direction during the period of its revolution. So these are the two things you are supposed to keep in mind. Okay, so it never changes, or it never inclines to other direction. It is fixed, or it points in the same direction during its revolving around the sun. You can see here. Next is a different term, that is perihelion and aphelion. What is perihelion and aphelion? These perihelion and aphelion are two Greek words which shows the distance of the sun to the earth. That means you can see here, this is the earth revolving like this around the sun. This is the orbit of the earth. Okay. Now the mean distance between the sun and earth is around 150 million kilometers. So when it revolves, you can see that in January 3rd, on January 3rd, the earth is in the closest distance. The distance between the earth and the sun is 147 million kilometers. So you have to remember that the mean distance is 150 million kilometers. But on January 3rd, that means in the northern hemisphere, on January 3rd, it is winter. Okay, the climate is winter. At that point of time, the distance between the sun and earth is in the closest. That means 147 million kilometers. So this particular point or time is known as the perihelion. That means the point in the orbit of earth at which it is very closest to the sun. That is known as perihelion. The Greek word peri means near, and helion means sun, so that it is very near, the nearest point. That is the meaning. Okay, now aphelion means the point in the orbit of earth which it is farthest or far away. Okay, so the longest distance, that is 152 million kilometers. From the mean distance, it is again away. It is on July 4th. That means in the northern hemisphere, the climate is summer that time. Okay, so in that on July 4th, the earth is the farthest from the sun. That particular point is known as the aphelion. In Greek, aph means away. So that this means away from sun. So these two particular terms You are supposed to remember, and it's very important. You may get a question for the exam like differentiate between perihelion and aphelion. So first of all, you have to write the meaning of these two words, okay, and you have to explain what it is or the definition of perihelion and aphelion I have given here. Like this you have to write, then you have to connect it with earth and the sun. This is the way you are supposed to answer. So after that, after the definition, you have to write its meaning, and then you have to write like this. On January 3rd, the distance between the earth and sun is the closest, that is 147 million kilometer, and on July 4th the distance between the sun and earth is the farthest, that is 152 million kilometer. So at least this much you are supposed to write to get the full marks. Next is, what are the effects of revolution, so or results of revolution. So the first one is changing altitude of the midday sun at different times of the year. Based on this diagram, we are going to explain many things. You can see that this is the sun. Okay, now the first effect or result is the changing altitude of sun. Altitude means height. So the first effect of the main effect of the revolution is the changing altitude of the midday sun at different times of the year. So here you can see different dates are written. Okay, 21st March, 21st June, 23rd September. Actually, this is 22nd. Okay, that I will explain how it is, and 22nd December. Now, the altitude of the sun in this we are going to explain first. Okay, on 21st March and 23rd September, the sun rays falling vertically on equator. You can see here the sun rays are falling vertically. Okay, then see this 23rd September is in connected with leap year. If it is leap year, it is 22nd September, and if it is normal years, it is 23rd September. So now you can see that the sun's rays are falling vertically on equator. So that time, now we are considering only the altitude of sun. So here you can see the earth is closest to the sun. That means the altitude of the sun is very less here. Correct? Okay. So that is the first thing. That on 21st March and on 23rd September or 22nd September also you can write with respect to leap year. So the next coming here you can see 21st June and 22nd December. Okay. Now what happens on 21st June? It is summer in northern hemisphere. Why? Because the sun rays are falling vertically on Tropic of Cancer. So Tropic of Cancer and the surrounding areas, or in the northern hemisphere, it is summer. Okay, so you can see here in 22nd December, the sun rays are falling vertically on Tropic of Capricorn. This is southern hemisphere, so this is Tropic of Capricorn. So what happens? The distance between the sun and the earth is longest. Okay, here, or the height or the altitude of sun is the zenith point. That means the highest point. So this is because the revolution of the earth. You can see 21st March and 22nd September it is closest, and 21st June and 22nd December it is the highest altitude. You can see here the distance is very high, higher than this time or these days. Okay, so this is the first result. The altitude of the sun is different in different times of the year. Next, the second result is varying length of the day and night. Now, how the duration of the day and night is changing. This is also another effect of the revolution of the earth. So you can see here 21st March and 23rd September. Okay, or 22nd September. What happens is the sun's rays are falling vertically. I have already told you. And this areas, northern hemisphere is experiencing spring this time. Okay, so this is known as spring equinox. Equinox means equus. Equus means, well, it is a Latin word, means equal. That means the day and night is equal this time, or 21st March. Okay, the day and night is 12 hours, equal day and equal night. Here in northern hemisphere, 21st March, and here in the southern hemisphere, 23rd September or 22nd September. Okay, so equal day and night. That is why it is known as autumn equinox and spring equinox. So here you have to remember 21st March and 23rd September or 22nd September. Now coming to 21st June, what happens? The sun's rays falling vertically on Tropic of Cancer. That means summer solstice. So summer solstice means here the days are more than or longer than night. That means on 21st June, the length of the day increasing with increasing latitude north of the equator. So you can see that in the northern hemisphere it is summer. So if we go from equator to poles, okay, when the latitude increases 0 degree, the equator is 0 degree, we know equator is 0 degree. So when we go northern side, the duration of the day is increasing. Okay, so that is known as summer solstice. Coming to 22nd December, you can see here just opposite is happening here. In the northern hemisphere it is winter and southern hemisphere it is summer. That means because of sun's rays are falling vertically on Tropic of Capricorn, that is in the southern hemisphere. So southern hemisphere is experiencing summer. Okay, now this is known as winter solstice. Here also the length of the day and night is different. Here in the southern hemisphere, the duration of the day is more than night. Okay, so that is what is called the winter solstice. Here you can see that the south pole of the earth is inclined to sun. Okay, you can see here the south pole, more light is getting here. That is, it is facing towards the sun. That is why here it is summer. Now coming here, you can see in the northern, in 21st June, northern hemisphere it is summer. So why? Because the north pole is inclined to sun or facing sun more, okay, than south pole. See, south pole is away from sun. Here just opposite, south pole is facing sun and north pole is away from sun. So this is because the duration of day and night is changing, okay, or varying. Next is the seasonal changes. So because of this revolution, different seasons we are getting. I have already told, see, 21st March and 23rd September or 22nd September, the sun rays are falling vertically on equator. So northern hemisphere is experiencing spring that time and southern hemisphere is experiencing autumn that time. So just opposite is happening here. I will give you the tip in the last part of this video, how to remember, because these dates and months are confusing. How to remember very easily, I'll tell you in the last part. Okay. So now after this, when you come here, you can see 21st June, it is in the northern hemisphere it is summer because sun rays are falling vertically on Tropic of Cancer. That is why duration of day is longer than nights. Now 22nd December, what happens? Northern hemisphere experiencing winter because southern in the Tropic of Capricorn sun rays are falling. That is in the southern hemisphere. So that southern hemisphere is facing sun. That is why here it is summer. Just opposite side it is experiencing winter. Okay, so this is the seasonal changes happening because of the revolution of the earth. Now, how can you remember easily? There are some small tips to remember. Okay, actually this diagram, when you see, you will get more confused. Anyway, you have to first remember 21st of March. It is easy to remember that these days are same. 21st March, 21st June. See, it is easy to remember. 21st March, 21st June. Now 22 September. So you forget about 23rd. If you remember 22nd, you can remember 23rd also. So to make a similar date, I had taken 22. So 22 September and 22 December. Now how to remember the months? It is very easy. Anyway, you have to remember March. Okay, we start from March. So after March, April, May, 2 months. Next is June. After June, July, August. Again 2 months. Okay. After August, you can see that it is September. Okay. Now again, after 2 months, December. After December, it is January, February. So in this gap, you have to see that two months are there. Is it clear? So this diagram, anyway, you have to study this diagram. So if you do like this, it is easy to remember. Hope you understood very well this revolution of Earth. Please watch the previous video which explains about the rotation of Earth. And if you like this video, share it with your friends. and suggest them to subscribe this channel. Okay, thank you.